another Battle Royale game? Is this another goddamn early access Battle Royale game? Why you gotta be playing this shit, man? Why you gotta be doing this? Yeah, it's another Battle Royale game. This one is called Radical Heights. It's by the same people that made Lawbreakers, Cliffy B's studio, Boss Key. And it is the most early access game I have ever played. I mean, that's not true. I've played games that weren't even functioning, but I mean that this one was announced the day before they put it live on Steam. You downloaded it, and it says Extreme Early Access with an X, so that means you know it's early. I wanted to talk about two things. One, I wanted to start by talking about Battle Royale games in general, and then two, I wanted to talk about this game specifically, because I know that people are kind of... Dude, I see so many people talking about, hey, I can't believe they're coming out with another Battle Royale game. I can't believe that there's another company jumping on the hype train. Like, how unoriginal. When in reality, it's not even remotely a problem, and there's really not that many BR games. I understand if you're not a Battle Royale fan, and to that, why the fuck did you click on a video titled another Battle Royale game? But this game... and all the other Battle Royale games that are going to come this year at E3, maybe they're AAA games, maybe they're not, and all of the future Battle Royale games are not a problem. And I'm just going to be honest with you, nobody should be upset at more Battle Royale games, especially if you like them. Here's what I mean. Back in like 2013, when League of Legends started popping off to unimaginable heights, everybody wanted to make a MOBA. I mean, fuck, dude. You've got, Dota, and you have League. Those are your two big ones, right? And those are like Fortnite and PUBG. You have the ones that everybody's passionately for, and then everybody passionately hates the other group's game. And there's like a couple people that play both, and that's that. And then you have games like Dawngate, or Heroes of the Storm, or any of these other MOBA games, whether they're on PC or on console or on mobile, Arena of Valor. And these start popping up, and I remember thinking the same thing. I can't believe everybody's just making MOBAs. Well, in reality, a MOBA game is just as much of a game as like an FPS, right? Like, it's a genre of games that clearly it resonates with people and they like it. And each game did something a little bit differently, but most of them were the same concept. You have lanes, you have heroes, and you try and destroy something at the base. Battle Royale games, pretty similar. You have a bunch of people and you try and survive. So, yeah, this is another BR game. No, Battle Royale games are not saturating the market. Yes, a lot of games are being released with Battle Royale modes. No, this isn't necessarily a problem unless every game company maker decides, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's trash all of the games we were already in development with, and let's just start making BR stuff. That's not gonna happen. I don't know why anybody would even remotely be worried about that. But what about this game? What about this game is making it worth, but downloading? It's like a 3 gig game right now. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's new. That's the only reason why you should ever think to yourself, I'm going to play Radical Heights. Just try it out. It's free to play. They already have microtransactions. They're all cosmetic as far as I understand. The game is unbelievably broken and glitchy. It crashes my computer and a bunch of programs. Pretty much every time I start it, the game didn't function well the first day, but I still played it for about 6 hours, and then I played it again for another 2 hours. And now I'm just waiting for patches, which they've already announced a roadmap to changes, which is good. It's what you want. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that this game is what seems to be a last-ditch effort for Boss Key to save their brand. I mean, they use Lawbreaker assets and sound effects, because those are expensive. It's not bad that they're using these assets. I just think it's worth noting that if this was any other studio, it would probably be received a little bit better. But it's Boss Key, and they fucked up Lawbreakers, so yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Now, what is this game, and how does it differ from other BRs, and where do I think it's going to sit in the hierarchy of BR games? I mean, it's very standard. The only things that they really change are the way that you can get weapon. Yes, weapon. No, weapons. And the way that you can stash cash across the game, multiple games. It's kind of like Escape from Tarkov, where you kind of carry over items from game to game, or cash from game to game. You can withdraw money so you can get more money in the current game you're playing and use that money to go buy shit or heal or literally do anything. And that's a cool concept. I like that. It's not something that is so necessary that I find myself using it very often, but like maybe every 3 games or so, I was like, yeah, yeah, I think I need to go and heal. So let me just withdraw like $300, $400 and heal. The cash element of the game makes it reasonably different, and that's kind of it. This game is gonna fit right in with the people that like H1Z1. It's arcadey. It's even less serious than Fortnite. And if you don't like Fortnite, you're gonna fucking hate this game. At least in terms of, like, if you don't like the art style of Fortnite, you're not gonna like this. If you don't like the fact that it's not nitty gritty or very tactical, you're gonna hate this. I mean, this game is gonna be, or currently is, something that I wanna play with 3 people and have drinks with. You know, I said that about Fortnite when it started. Now I changed my mind about that. But this one, it's truly going for the in-your-face, funny shit. I mean, BMX bikes, for no reason other than a little bit of transportation. They're so impossibly hard to use. You're better just running around. But just the fact that they're like, yeah, let's just throw in some BMX bikes so you can do some sick tricks. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm down with it. The time to kill is really low, and at first I hated it. I'm not sure if I like it, but I don't hate it anymore. It's kind of like Call of Duty. And it's funny because initially I said to myself, dude, there's no way a BR game can work on an engine like Call of Duty, where you have 2 to 3 bullets to kill very regularly. The time to kill would be too fast, and it wouldn't give you that same tension. I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. After playing this, it makes me feel like, hey, this could work out. Like 2 bullets to the head with most weapons is going to kill everybody in this game. If you have armor, it really lowers the time to, or it really raises the time to kill. And if you don't have armor, you're kind of shit out of luck. So it just changes the way you approach scenarios. I don't run gung-ho into buildings where I know somebody's there. I kind of play it a little bit slower. But at the same time, if you're getting into a fight, it actually feels good to be able to peek and take down 2 people before they can fight back. If you get caught out in this game, you're dead. Like, you're dead. There's no outplays, really. You can jump and maybe get lucky, but it's not even like PUBG where you can take 4 shots. Like, you're just fucking dead. Now we kind of covered all that, I want to talk about what I want to see from the game, because there's plenty of room for a very casual, non-serious game. The moment I see an esport title get associated with this, I'm going to throw up. Please don't do that. I mean, what I'd like to see is obviously the early access patches go out so the game is a little bit more stable. I want to see a better variety of weapons. They currently have, like, I'm going to try my best to remember here. They have a couple pistols. Weapons range from common, which is white, to legendary, which is purple, or is it orange? I can't remember which one. I think it's purple. I think it goes white. It goes white, green, blue, orange, purple, I'm pretty sure. And they don't have a lot of variety on the weapons. Blue weapons and up have scopes on them. All the scopes are the same. Yes, even your mini Uzi has a scope. I'm not really sure why. We don't have any info on the damage that is dealt for each weapon. Per bullet, like rate of fire, any of that stuff. As best as I can tell, using the gold Uzi is the guaranteed easiest way to get kills. Like, it doesn't matter what range they're at unless they're really far away. You just melt people with this thing. Then they have, like, TAC SMGs, which are higher capacity but shittier than the Uzi. And then you have like a revolver with a scope on it, which is actually pretty decent. I think that they need more variety with the weapons. They all kind of do the same thing. They all kind of feel the same. Even the AK with the scope on it, the recoil feels the same as using the Uzi. So I'm not sure what they're going for. Obviously, they haven't done a lot of testing. And the shotguns are just fucking terrible outside of the first 5 seconds of the game, except for the SPAS. That one's wild. They just need more variety in weapons. And I'm not talking like Fortnite has the world's best variety of weapons, and I'm also not saying that PUBG is a shining example either. I'm just saying that each gun should feel like it has a time and a place, and each gun should have a drawback, a weakness. And I don't like the fact that it seems like every gun is kind of good everywhere. It means that I'm not really, I don't know, I'm not spending a lot of time specifically looting or looking for items. I also, I really need to see them lower the price of some of these weapons, or allow me to withdraw money, faster. The weapons like the SPAS 12, which is the purple shotgun, or the Dragunov, they're like $3,000, $4,000. To give you an idea of how hard it is to get that much, I think in the game that I won was 7 kills, where I was doing pretty well in looting, and you pick up money whenever you're looting. I had like $2,500, so that would mean that I would have to spend all of my money and more to get one weapon to potentially, well, I don't even know if it's that good. I've never used the Dragonov, but to potentially help me win. When you die, you lose a little bit of cash, but you keep most of it. And when you win, you keep everything and you double your cash. So if your whole point is to win the game and never have money, then sure, I understand why maybe spending 5 minutes withdrawing $3,000, because it would take 5 minutes, would be appealing to you. Otherwise, it's just kind of like like I said, the only time that I withdraw money is to maybe get a quick heal in at the machine. So I don't feel like removing cash from your bank account is as necessary or as big of a crutch as I'd like it to be, and I also don't know if they're going to change it. But that's pretty much the only advice or feedback I can give on a game that is so not finished. So all in all, TLDR, thanks for watching, guys. This game is worth checking out for a little bit. It has potential. They could mess it up. They might not. Who knows? I don't think that it's worth shitting on the game just because it's another BR game or just because it's by Boss Key. And this is coming from me, the guy who spent the first hour shitting on the game because it was just so ass. But at the same time, the world needs a really shitty, kind of fun BR now that nobody plays H1. Am I right?